All right. See how many of you guys join on board today. Got a little layover here, and I figured why not do a live stream? Let me see. I got to figure out how to do chat. Let's do live chat. There we go. Let me see. I'm trying to still figure out how to do live chat here. There we go. Hello from TMB. How you guys doing? Norway. So I got a little layover, and I want to give you guys a little live tour of the flight deck here. Ocala, I'm close to you guys today in Ocala there. Big Bobby. We're in Brooksville. Let's see, what was his name? Big old Bobby B. I'm in Brooksville, Florida today. We got a layover. And I figured I'd show you guys a little bit of the setup and answer some questions on what I use up here in the flight deck with like iPad size and all that stuff. I don't normally talk about all this in my videos. This is one Tango Bravo. Will from Phoenix. You guys are watching from all over the place. This is awesome. So yeah, I haven't done a live stream in a while. So I had a little layover here today. We just finished up lunch and I'm just waiting for the boss to get back. And I figured why not do a little live stream and show you guys all like what's going on inside the airplane. So I guess we'll get right to it. You guys want to see like what I use and stuff? Greetings from LOWS. How to become a pilot? Somebody just asked. You're going to want to go to your local flight school and they'll be able to best guide you along, answer all your questions and help guide you along in getting your pilot license. You're going to love it though. Becoming a pilot is a lot of fun. So let's get to you. You guys want to see what I use? So we'll start off with the iPad. I use a iPad mini. Actually, this is an iPad mini too. I got a nice quick release there with my Go Flight mounts is what I use. As you guys can see right there. Two little buttons. You push that and you can connect your iPad real easy right to the yoke on the TBM. So well, I bought an iPad. Oh, thanks guys. We got some chats coming in. I'll get to those in a second. I've bought an iPad Pro, which is a lot bigger than this, thinking I could use it. All it's good for is Netflix. I use the iPad mini as I can mount it right here on my yoke, and it does not block any of the gauges. So thank you, Stuart. Thanks for the shout out and the appreciate it. I'm gonna get to all those super chats here in a little bit. I just want to show you guys first what's going on. So when it comes to buying an iPad for the your airplane, definitely I would suggest the iPad mini for size. It fits real nice and easy right on the yoke, and it doesn't block any gauges. So that's what I use. And the app that I use, I'll show you, is ForeFlight. There's our route that's going to be coming up later today. We're going to go back down to Miami from Brooksville. And I like the ForeFlight app. You can bring up all your charts and everything real easy. So that's what I go with the app on ForeFlight on the iPad. My buddy Rob just texted me. I don't know if you guys know Rob. So the other question I get a lot is what headset do I use? I used the ProFlight 2 and the Bose A20. And to be honest, the A20 is quieter than the ProFlight 2. So I use that in all the turboprops I fly and light pistons, the A20. If you're going to fly light jets, then I would suggest using the ProFlight 2. That's good for light jets and everything else like that. So that's what I would suggest with headsets. So let me get to some of these super chat deals. I know you guys are super chatting. That's pretty cool. I gotta figure out how it works. Somebody asked, let's see, George Bayer asks, how old is your TBM and how long will you be flying it? This TBM is made in 2006. So it's a really good airplane. This is the second TBM that I've flown as my career. And we had a TBM 700 before this. We had a lot of issues with that one. This one's been a really good TBM, besides a few little things. We had the generator fail, and that was one of my last videos. But when it comes to flying airplanes, I don't care what airplane it is, airplanes all break down. So yeah, TBMs are, I mean, to me this is a great airplane. I really like this airplane, but it was born in 2006. I might actually be going over to France one day soon and taking a tour of the TBM factory and show you guys that and bring back a brand new one. Let's get to more of these super chats. This is cool that you guys do this. It's so hard to answer everybody's questions, but I'm trying to get through this. Riot says, hello from Vancouver, Canada. Really enjoying the content. I appreciate it. It looks like you got an airplane in your thumbnail there. That's a really cool airplane, it looks like. I'm sure you have a lot of fun flying that thing. It looks like a tail dragger. And let's see, let's get to it. One more here. Stuart says, what was the generator fail fault on the last episode? The way you handled it was flawless. Okay, I'm going to give you a little inside scoop, guys. I had a lot of generator issues with this airplane, and that was probably like the 10th time that it's failed intermittently. So I was very experienced with the generator failure in this plane. Plus, in SimCom every year, you go and you practice that exact failure every year in your training. So we could never really diagnose exactly what the problem was because it would just hit or miss all the time, fail. But what we ended up doing, we went through a couple different starter generators. We found one that actually works good. So it was something in that one starter generator that just was not working right. So that was not fun though, going through that generator failure. It's never fun, as many times as you practice it. So let's go do a few more questions here. Chris Jackson, thanks for that. I hardly ever see you write stuff down. What is the gauge you use for that? And how long of clearance and such, or do you just not write down? Now I write it down. I got a piece of paper here. I'll show you right here. I got my paper. I'll find it. It's right here. So like, I get a blank piece of paper. I'll show you exactly what I wrote down earlier today. I got my clearance. So I got the ATIS there, and then I also wrote down my clearance and all of that for my flight up to Brooksville today. And I got my spare piece of paper here for when we go back down. You start to learn, Chris, the shorthand of getting the ATIS and clearance and everything, so you can write it down real quick and easy. And so yeah, I write stuff down. As far as videos, I edit a lot of stuff out, what really goes up on YouTube. Like it could be an hour-long flight and the video is only 25 minutes, so obviously there's a ton of stuff that I edit out. So let's continue on. Alan said, how's it going? Things are going good, Alan. Thanks for the super chat there, and appreciate it. Do you give lessons, Mr. Weiss? Do I give lessons? I would like to schedule one at some point. Actually, I do not give lessons, so I'm sorry for that. I think it'd be fun to become a flight instructor one day, but I do not give flight instruction. Somebody asked what sunglasses I wear. They're Oakley Holbrooks. I've got like 2-3 pairs of them. They're non-polarized. I've tried polarized lenses out before, and you can't see out the windows very clearly. Sometimes distorts the windows and some of the instruments. So Dan Wills, thank you. Let's see what Dan has to say here. Welcome on board. Hi Steve-O, love the content and the style. I appreciate it. I've been using a lot of classic rock. I don't know what kind of music you guys like, but I've been using a lot of classic rock remixes in my videos lately. It's kind of the music I like. Unfortunately, I'm running out of songs. There's only so many classic rock remixes until you run out of songs to use. What iPad do I use? That's the iPad Mini 2. It's an older one. I should probably upgrade to a newer iPad. But if Apple ever decides to stop making the Mini, I'm gonna have to go and buy like 2 or 3 of them to last the rest of my flying career, because like I stated earlier in this video, it is the perfect size for a cockpit. Now my friend Valerie is also texting me. We'll get to her text after we get done with you guys. I'm only gonna be on here for a little bit longer, so boss will be coming here soon. Let's see here, Jonathan Weiswasser. How do you trigger your cameras? Have you seen Real in the Fast Lane flying vlog? Have you seen life in the Fast Lane flying vlog? Sorry, I got the glare on the camera here. No, I have not. And how do you trigger your cameras? I turn them all on one by one. If that's what you're asking. I usually only fly and film with maybe 3-4 cameras, depending on what I want to do. The most cameras I've ever used in a video shoot is when I was filmed with the United States Coast Guard. We put 12 cameras on their Coast Guard helicopter. And when we went to edit the video, I had to, you're rendering 12 HD camera angles all at the same time. My computer almost blew up. I actually had to set it on cold beer to keep the computer from blowing up at my house, which is pretty crazy. And that's all I had that was cold in my house. So let's see here. We got another question here. Oh, I already got that one. So let's see here. I don't know how to do these blogs on live that often. I don't do these live chats very often. All right, let's see here. We got another one. Let's go answer another question. Nick Daughtry says, hey man, I fly cargo and like to make some videos. How do you record your audio from the Bose? I don't have the cable with me right now, Nick. As soon as I figure out how to get rid of this. There we go. But what I do is you have a cable that gets spliced into the audio cables from your headset, and then it goes into one of your GoPros. It's called a GoPro aviation audio cable. Anybody that wants to record audio into your videos, you use multiple cameras, and you'll use the GoPro aviation audio cable, and then you'll splices the sound right into your camera. So, and what I do is I use multiple cameras. So I'll actually use the audio from the cable to my headset, and then I'll pick another camera for just ambient aircraft cabin sound, and I lower it a little bit, but I'll use the sound from 2 different cameras per video. But you're gonna want to Google GoPro aviation audio cable to get your sound into your camera. Let's see, somebody said something about La Vagabond. Doing any more missions like the La Vagabond episode? We got some, that was a lot of fun when I filmed with Sailing La Vagabond. Unfortunately, I don't have anything planned with them, but we do have some stuff coming up in 2 weeks going on to the Bahamas with the TBM. And then we have a bunch of other stuff going on. So we do have some other things lined up. Should be a lot of fun. And I got some things on the back burner that might happen here soon. I can't announce it publicly until I know it's official, but it's going to be amazing. So stay tuned. All right, let's answer some more questions here. Are you still flying? Let's see, who's that? Austin, are you still flying the Caravans too? I actually quit flying the Caravans. I'm very busy. I got hired to fly a brand new TBM850 part-time. It was a 2020 model, so brand new. And then I fly this 850. So I decided to quit, take a break from flying Caravans to keep focused on what I'm doing with the TBMs. Let's see here. Flight Hours asks, detail on mount. Easy transfer, let's see. Easy transfer between planes, any issues with yoke capability? Oh, okay, with the mount. So Nick, Flight Hours is asking, this is actually permanently with 2 screws. I have this mount attached to this yoke. You can, let me show you real quick. Let me just show you. See, right here is the bracket. And there's 2 screws on the top here that clamp this mount to the bracket, and then you have the nice little swing arm here to adjust it however you want to mount it to your iPad. So you'd have to, any other planes that would have to have the center yoke bar the same size about, and you would just take 2 screws and undo it. So I keep this mount permanently attached to this airplane. And then as far as, I really don't fly a lot of different other airplanes right now, but with this plane, I just keep this mount attached to this plane all the time. And like I said, if you look, to pull it off, you just push these 2 little buttons behind it, pops right off. And then so you can see there's how you mount it right on at the back of the iPad case, and it clips right in to that right there. So I keep that mount all the time on this plane. What's your favorite airport? Let's see what this guy asks. Aviation Dude. I just lost it. Aviation Dude 95. What's your favorite airport to land at? Greetings from TQPF ramp. Aviation Dude, my favorite airport to land at in my career, I actually landed at St. Martin. That was a really fun one with the beach right at the end. I went there once. And other than that, like Staniel Key down in the Exumas in the Bahamas. The beauty of coming in there is amazing. Those are my 2 favorite airports. I'm really excited. I don't know if do you guys like Microsoft Flight Simulator or Flight Simulator stuff? I'm really excited about the upcoming release of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Before I started flying airplanes professionally, I used to do flight simulators like almost every day. So when the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 comes out, I'm going to be taking the TBM. I'm actually going to start making some videos like in the TBM and the caravans on the flight sim, and basically just fly it and narrate like how I do in real life from time to time, and go to like bucket list places on the planet Earth with the new Microsoft Flight Sim. And I think that'd be a lot of fun. So on top of real world flying videos, I kind of want to do some cool flight sim videos just to go to bucket list places. And hopefully they have a multiplayer, and it'd be fun to fly with you guys online with the flight sim. So let's see here. Do we have any more questions? Stuart says, are you planning on visiting the UK anytime? Unfortunately, Stuart, I do not have any plans currently to go there. But it would be fun, definitely, to eventually get over there to meet you guys and hang out and see you guys. We do have Sun and Fun 2020 coming up in Lakeland, Florida. Just flew over there today. That's going to be a lot of fun coming up here at the end of March into April. So Sun and Fun 2020, and I'll also be at Oshkosh up at AirVenture this year. So those will be the two events. I got a meetup scheduled to be posted at steve1canevo.com. If you guys want to go to those events, meet up and hang out and get some cool pilot swag. I'm going to be actually giving a 4-flight Sentry away, which I'll show you right now. It's sitting right here on the window. Sorry, it's going to be a little jiggly here. This is what provides all the information to my iPad when I'm up in the air. It's called the 4-flight Sentry ADS-B receiver. And that gives me all my information to my iPad with weather, traffic, and everything. I'm going to be giving one of those away here soon. And also, I got a Bose headset I got to give away. So I'm going to be giving that stuff away. It's all over at steve1canevo.com about how you can win it. I got a lot of stuff I got to give away. I got more stuff to give away. I got a whole area that I got tons of stuff I need to give away. I just got to find the time to do it. So let's see here. Yeah, I don't plan on coming to the UK anytime soon, but Sun and Fun 2020 and Oshkosh AirVenture 2020 up in Wisconsin. I'll be at both of those. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I look forward to meeting you guys. Let's see here. I'm going to stay on here probably another 10 more minutes. That's a 27-minute video. And I'll get off of here. I just want to say hi. I haven't really done a live stream from you guys in a while. But this is the TBM850, the Cockpit. It's not any fancy. It's got the older style gauges, kind of no G3000, G1000. But my honest opinion, I like this setup the best. I mean, to me, I just really feel it's got a cool look to it. What do you guys think? That's the setup. And up over here, you got the overhead. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys or forward or what. But that's the overhead. There's the crash bar with the batteries. And over there, you'll see you've got the voltmeter and the amp meter. When I lost my generator, this is where the volts went from 28 down to 24 under the battery. And then I tried to do a reset over here. It didn't work. So then I had to lower the amps, which that's your amps. And then I hit turned on the standby generator. And then that's when it ran down the standby generator with the volts. So you're always looking at the volts and amps when it comes to your electrical system. So that's what you're going to want to watch. But let's see. But anyway, let's get another question here. Blue Amber, how realistic is it to make it to a job like you have flying the TBM for a company? Was it a rare opportunity or just a common path for pilots? How I found this job is my friend was doing this job, and his dream was not this. He wanted to fly big jumbo jets around the world. So one day he got hired to fly jumbo jets, and I knew about all this job. I said I knew this was an amazing job. He's like, Steve, I'm going to fly jumbo jets around the world. I need to find a good pilot to fly this TBM. Actually, it was a TBM 700. We've upgraded since then. So he asked if I wanted to get the job, and I said I would love to. So I went into the interview to talk to the boss that, was the boss of this airplane, and he hired me, and that's how it is. I have nothing to do with this website, but climb to350.com. If you go to climb to350.com, there's a ton of job listings that are not airlines for people that want to get jobs flying Part 135 or Part 91. So yeah, if you guys want to go to climb to350.com, Like I said, I have nothing to do with the website. I just know it's an amazing spot to go for job listings. And you can see like the location and what they're looking for. So I highly recommend that. So hopefully that answers Blue Amber's question. Let's see. Does TBM, let's see here, Nathaniel Sarney, thanks for asking the question. Does a TBM have AC or speed brakes, and when is it used? Okay, this airplane does not have speed brakes. Does not have speed brakes. It has, I mean, I don't know if you talk about air conditioning, but it does have air conditioning right down here. That's your air conditioning, your environmental control system panel here. Controls your pressurization. There's the gauge that tells you all what's happening with your pressurization, whether your cabin environment's climbing or descending, your cabin altitude, and your PSI. Wherever is the most important switch when it's really hot, that's how you turn on your air conditioning. There we go. Talked about the air conditioning. Oh boy, let's see here. So let's try to get a couple more questions here. I gotta slow it down to find one of you guys. Jonathan says, yo Jonathan, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by the live stream. Recommended, okay, let's hear somebody else said something. Adrian Todd, recommended flight school in South Florida. If you're in far South Florida, like Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, I would honestly choose this flight school called Wayman Aviation. Alfredo Wayman, he's my friend also, but I've taken tours of his flight school. It's out of North Perry. Brand new facilities with the buildings. They run a really good program there. So if anybody's in South Florida looking for a flight school, Wayman Aviation is where I would definitely go. Even if I was to start out today, that's where I'd go. I've been by his new facility a few times. There you go. Somebody said it. They know it. It's a great school, in my opinion. So I'd say go to Wayman Aviation out of North Perry. And all right, let's see here. We got a question from the DC Picker. Don't really know what your screen name means, but he says, what is TBM mode? TBM mode. This airplane is limited to 700 shaft horsepower when you take off, just because for safety reasons they don't want you to have too much power. So to go into 850 mode, to get that extra 150 shaft horsepower, it's limited with the flap lever. So if you look down here, I gotta make sure you're in frame. This is your flap lever. See, now you're gonna take off with the flaps to takeoff setting, and you're not in 850 mode because you're limited still on the 800 or 700 shaft horsepower. To go into 850 mode, you're gonna pull this lever up and over this little gate right there. Do you guys see that? There's a little gate right there. And see the little thing that says 850? That means when you go up and over that little gate, you can now, you'll be able to take your torque. When you're limited to 700 shaft horsepower, your torque's going to be limited just around 100%. Now you can utilize it all the way up. The only problem is when you're in 850 mode, you got to be careful because there's no limiter. You could over torque the engine, but you got all that extra torque that you can put in there to utilize your 850 shaft horsepower. So that's 850 mode. You're not going to feel like when you go, you're not going to feel a big boost or anything when you go into 850 mode. It's just you can advance the power farther up. So it's not like you go 850 mode and you feel like a massive pull. You can just now utilize more power on your torque. So as much more power you can put in, that's the amount of pull you're going to feel. But that's 850 mode. Hopefully that clears that up. Let's see here. I don't know. I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. It's very unpolished. I'll probably pull it down as soon as I delete this because it's a very unpolished video. Afterburner's engaged, right? I've yet to feel an afterburner in my life, but hopefully someday. Let's get another question here. Do I ever flow? Geez, I missed that one. Well, I have to hang it up. My boss just called on the line. So way back. I hope you guys are enjoying your day wherever you're watching from. I gotta hang the live stream up to go talk to the boss. So I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't do a lot of live streams. Maybe I'll do them once in a while in the future. And I hope everybody's doing good. And stay tuned to the next video. We'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy your day, guys.